you already hit live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Nobody there yet.
Nobody's here yet.
Hello, though. Anybody watching on replay or just tuning in? Doing our Sunday afternoon harvesting, hanging out with you, answering questions, all the fun stuff. So make sure you
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good
all that
stuff.
fun stuff.
Definitely check out our additional videos on the channel. We do try to help as much as we can. But if you're catching us live, feel free to ask questions. We are here to help.
Broccoli and brassica is about the same number.
Yeah. Very close. Brassica really went well with food banks. They really enjoyed them, apparently.
Here.
So, like that.
Yes.
Started out with about 4 trays. Should be enough to get you started.
Yep.
Ooh, as I miss. I think I'm getting notifications saying that you're live.
Well, we got one on. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Sunday afternoon harvesting / packing.
I'm on the harvesting side. He's on the packing side. Kid will be back from lunch in a bit.
To do the labeling side.
Do the labeling.
Hello from Oklahoma. Well, hello.
Well, hello. Got a lot of family down that way.
A lot of family in Oklahoma, yeah. And it's our package of brassica.
All right. I'm going to add this to the calendar on the school group. That's live.
You should paste it into the group too, as a post.
Yep.
Yep, we use a 24 ounce for virtually almost everything besides restaurant stuff. 2 ounces fit in there beautifully. Looks really good. They're not over squeezed and they fit in there and last a long time in there. Really like them over the 16 slims for sure. And it's easier to pack too. Like you just pick a handful up and drop it in there and almost get 2 ounces and just got to fill in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then boom. Sometimes I get it right on, but it's just a quicker packing process. So that's why we use it, that too. Do you know how many we need that is not food bank?
No, so I will find that out. It's a great question, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent
I'm full of
question.
excellent questions. Welcome in, everybody. If you're stopping by, say hello. Where you're tuning in from. Always like to see where people are tuning in from. And make sure you hit the like. Helps out to get out to more people. We can share this great knowledge with everybody. Jessica's over there harvesting the brassica and unpacking. When she gets the bins full, the 3 bins full, she'll come over, and start, not come over, but she'll start packing over there.
I do have my own scale over here.
And then if she can, she'll start back up harvesting and just keep that process going. This will probably take us 2.5 hours, I'm hoping.
Goal
Hoping
is
to be
2.5?
done with this by 6 o'clock, the brassica.
I like that goal. I think it's very doable.
And then probably broccoli. And then that'll probably be it for the day. You might get the cabbage. I'm not sure.
We might.
We'll see.
We'll see. There's a lot of broccoli. So brassica, we're trying to get 476 for our total.
Is that 450 then, probably?
Let's find out.
15 cases?
450, yep. Goal is 476 for our packaging of brassica. Is kid printing or
I told him I was printing Nebraska, so he was going to be there to catch them.
catching?
Afraid I'd start him.
Yeah.
Do grocery stores ever like bowl packaging?
The bowls?
They just don't go well in a grocery store. We go in sliders most of our grocery stores, so they
There
wouldn't
are
work.
bowl products in the grocery stores, and they hate them, honestly. The people who work at the grocery stores have those salad bowls, ones that look like pre-made salads. They're cute, but setting them on a shelf and putting them in sliders and displaying them is not conducive to getting things done. A lot of times they end up down in a well. Your options are limited as to where you would be placed. I try to avoid being stuck down in a well. I want to be
Up.
on a great facing at eye
Eye
level.
level. Aren't them bowls like 2 pieces too? Like,
Yeah, you would have to have separate lids and tops and bottoms, so then
Yeah.
you run into,
that's annoying as well.
yeah. And then you have no tamper resistance is the other end of it.
Yep. You have to seal it with like a label or something,
Yeah.
which is just another longer process. And yeah.
Yeah.
Was this 4, you said, right?
That was 4.
Just kind of measure the yield here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're welcome. You got any more questions, ask away. Happy to help. We didn't pin a comment for
I do need to pin a comment for Growth Bites.
our free community where you can connect deeper with us.
Just hopped on for our lunchtime. Hopped on there for a little bit, answered a couple more questions, helped a couple students out.
$37 total ounces. A little bit over 37.
Okay. And the one was kind of on the sad side, and I hadn't sharpened my knife yet, so you'll probably do better on
9
this round.
ounces.
Yeah,
Per.
about 9 each. That one will probably be a little bit better because, yeah, I did have one I was displeased with in that group before, but brassica, yep.
We'll see how the afternoon does streaming. Usually it doesn't do as well.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pin that school community. If you're interested in joining our free school community, hop on school.com/growthbites. Parts are broken, and you probably have them dumped first.
Yeah.
I'm going to run out of bins.
You get peas dumped.
These and peas.
Yeah, peas.
These and peas.
Because we got to get the peas in that dumpster.
Yeah. Breaking hearts. They'll probably fit on my little wheelie dude. I don't think he's the one that drives super dumb. They both kind of do, yeah. The one's really bad. The one that we had bricks stacked on, he did not fare well.
Thanks for you guys all being here and watching. If you got any comments, you want to say where you're from, always like to see where people are tuning in from.
Definitely. We'll definitely sign up for sure. Yeah, we'd love to see you over there.
You can move the giant
well,
box.
you can
It's pretty
move the
light.
giant box. It's just a box. It's not got anything really in it.
It's got scraps in it and stuff, but
It's got a bottom to it, no top. Well, it's upside down, but top, no bottom. We bought a stackable washer and dryer for the warehouse.
yes.
Super exciting. Gonna be able to wash linens and
We're going to
looking
get chef
at
coats for
chef
everybody.
coats. Yep.
Wear his uniform. You struggling over there, bro?
I think there's a struggle happening. Ooh, skills. He was not sliding as easily as we thought it would. I really thought we had 9 of those.
We do have 9 of those.
Then where's the other one?
3, 6, 9.
Well, no, 9 red ones.
Oh,
I ended up with a yellow on top.
oh.
Huh? Is it 8? I really thought it was 9, so I was like, I want to do 3, 3, and 3. Otherwise, I would have stuck the yellow one on the bottom.
We apparently do not have 9.
Apparently, the answer is no. We have 8. So, noted for next time. Looks like we got 11 people watching. Feel free to let us know where you guys are from. Are you guys doing some harvesting today? Are you planting? Do you grow microgreens? Would you like to know how? All those questions. 83 degrees out. Oops, thought it was cooler out.
I thought it was gonna be cooler too.
He's gonna be so warm after this. He's gonna go inventory the walk-in.
$43 ounces on them four.
Out of that. So, yeah.
About 10 ounces.
About 10 on average. That's what I was kind of thinking we should be at. So, that's a little bit more accurate.
Only getting 10 ounces on Nebraska.
Only 10 ounces. 5 packages, retailing about $5 per package. It's only $25 a tray.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Take it.
Oh, Lorena. She just posted, I just got my first retail sale. Meal
Nice.
prep caterer. Then the same account ordered a second time in 1 week. Then the same account decided to tell me she wanted me to bring her an order form because she asked everyone she worked with to sample all the different types of microgreens I had been bringing her, and now she's works with wants them too. Everyone she works with wants them too.
Nice.
So I really wanted to share this with everyone because I never would have met this lady if it weren't for social media. She wasn't a friend or even a friend of a friend. This all happened because one night I decided to go take Mike Hicks and Jessica Hicks' advice and start looking for vegans and vegetarians in my area. I love it.
Love it. Congratulations, Lorena.
Good job, Lorena.
As one of our students, been with us for a few months, really starting to go on her business right now.
She is really building a solid foundation. I love to see it. Huh? Yeah. Oh, you can't go through the sides? You have to go all the way around? It is way back. Oh, thanks, guys. So trying to get the back side is just obnoxious. Oh, that's not cool, guys. Oh, this one I'm going to keep for my chickens. The trash guys put the dumpster so far back that he can't get behind it with the bins. So he has to go all the way around the front side to be able to get to the other
Why
side.
did they put it so far back?
I don't know why they would have, but yeah, it is further back than it normally is. And this one's not on wheels. It's not like I can just scoot him.
No, you cannot. All right, thanks for the sub, William.
Thanks, William. Appreciate you. Love being able to share with more people. one I was keeping. Oh, you didn't hear me? Oh, I thought you heard me. Sorry, bud. Scooting it. Oh. No. Sorry, Betty. Right, this is one that's got sunflowers. Yeah, that's for the chickens. That one can go, though. Yes. You couldn't reach them all. Scraper. Got it. All right. Got 7 people watching. Just chilling.
Just chilling. 6. Oh, let's see, 6.
Mine just stopped at the 7, so I don't know. I don't know how the
Counts are
numbers don't
different.
match.
Yeah. It's
They
weird.
didn't match earlier either. Interesting. But maybe they're harvesting and listening.
Yeah. Of course, we need somebody to ask questions so we can talk.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to hear the randomness of what we talk about.
So, what do you want to talk about today? Are the peas supposed to come out today? Okay. Yeah, that's right. They would be planted. Yeah. Because they are definitely saying they are coming out today.
Yep.
The
That's when they
arugula's
come out.
threatening
let
to
you know.
throw bricks too. When the plants start threatening to throw their bricks, that's when you bring them out of germination. Which is typically 3 days. many varieties do you grow? We are currently growing, you counted
19.
this earlier, 19?
19 is what we grew this week.
19 varieties is what we grew this week. We have a dozen or so plus more
And
that we could grow.
we make blends and stuff, so we'll do 19 individual products plus the blends, so 6 more of them, so 25 total SKUs
Products for the week.
for the week.
Technically, there's another one that we haven't done. It's been discontinued that we might do again. Who knows? Yeah. We try to keep things as simple as possible and as complicated as necessary.
And no more.
And no more.
And no less. Who's your sales target?
Well, we diversify our sales pretty well. We do have some home deliveries. We have some restaurants. We have grocery stores. We have food banks. We have distributors and farmers markets. Yeah. So we're kind of across the board. We want to try to make sure we are insulated from any major specific to one market turns. So if there's a downturn in one area specifically, we would have some insulation by having our products in other avenues. That's a lesson learned from someone else's challenges.
Yep. If you're all wrapped up in restaurants, 98% of your business, and for some unknown reasons, restaurants all shut down, which can probably never happen, then you lose all your business in a fell swoop. Boom, done.
Boom, done. Then you
Yeah.
have to make a very, very, very fast pivot or die.
Yep.
All right.
Do that.
Big Xavier.
Probably need to take it. What advice would you give to a self-starter? First, grow for yourself. Test. Make sure you know what you can grow, what you can't grow. Start simple. So start with the basics. And then get yourself on social media. Start posting what you're doing. People will find you that way. So the great thing about that is you can just show them everything you're doing. Don't hide anything. It's kind of like what we're doing. Show what you're packing, show what you're doing, show what you're harvesting, show your failures, show your success, all that stuff, so they can see it all. And people will find you. People will connect with you. And you just slowly keep growing. And be slow about it. And do it debt-free. Don't go into debt. And then, if you really want to do this, get a mentor. I'm not saying me or us, but somebody that's been there, done that, and that can lead you through all the pitfalls and help you get there faster. Pay for speed. Pay for knowledge. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, you're welcome. Can I work for you? I live in California. Well, if you move to Central Illinois, we're hiring. Then if you move here, you put an application in. It's kind of hard to do this from California, in Illinois, so I don't think you can pack and label from California. It'd be a little difficult. Hey, Lorena. We can barely hear you. Testing, testing. Well, let me have Jessica check and see if mic issues when she gets off the phone. Kid car problems. Breaking his car last night. Finally got out of bed to go check on it. Don't know why the mics wouldn't be working unless it's going off the wrong stuff. Yeah, always Jessica to the rescue. Jessica, when you came out here right before we got started, she just read to me your big win. So congratulations on that. Hopefully you can hear me say that. Congratulations, Lorena. The people that were here a minute ago, could you hear me then? Okay. Because she turned her mic off to go talk on the phone, so I don't know. When I start, how can I contact you? There's a pinned comment in this that leads you to our free community. You can connect with us there. School, SKOOL.com/growthbites. That's a free community. So the community part's completely free, so you can join over there. I'm having mic issues. Nobody can hear me. All right, I will answer that when she gets back. Sorry. She leaves and I start having technical difficulties. Hey, Jessica, can you turn your mic back on and bring it over here and see if that's an issue? Like you walked away and they said I have low volume. So just like leave it over here or something. So let's test the mic again. Can you guys hear me now? Or is it still the same? Testing mic. Hopefully you can hear me now. If you can't, I'll have to get her over here for technical difficulty. Still the same. So the mics aren't connected here. She can't hear me. Too busy trying to be a mechanic from afar. Mics are not connected.
Okay. We'll troubleshoot for a moment. They tried to wiggle wires around and he couldn't get it out of limp mode, so he's taking it home. He swears it must be a loose wire somewhere so he can mess around with it in the driveway.
can hear Jessica now. Okay. Is that
Well,
better?
I
Can you hear
was-
me?
Over.
She's touching me.
She's touching me. Oh, let's see.
All right, gonna test again here. Can you hear me? Great live video here, guys. That's all right.
We're just making life interesting, that's all.
Something like that. Let me know if you can hear me as I move away from her.
How are we doing today? We are doing great.
Be better if my mic was working correctly.
Yeah, there's that. Are you throwing things?
They're throwing themselves.
They're throwing themselves. I like it.
Well, if she is better, I guess she's going to be able to answer all the questions now.
Can hear you fine. It's all good. All right.
Well, I want to scroll up on questions real quick before,
Sure.
just before they say I can't hear you, can't hear me. So, thank you guys. Thank you for your patience.
Hey, Lorena. I didn't know Lorena was on here. All right. When I start, how can I contact you? I've done for myself and did well. Was even giving it away, but I couldn't eat it all. Volume is low. So definitely reach out on the school group. So if you go to the school.com/growthbites, it is a free community. You can join that anytime. It's a pinned comment on here, so just click on that pinned comment. That website will take you to school. You set up an account, completely free. That community is full of really awesome folks, all there to help out, including Bill. Bill Barnes is here. Hey! And Lorena, also an awesome student. So these folks, like these guys, are really, really great at helping answer questions and keep that Growth Bites community really tight-knit. We appreciate them very much because sometimes they hop on there and I haven't even had to answer a question because they've already answered it for me. So I love that.
Great community.
Great community. So start there, and then if you're ready to kind of jump into the business side of it and really focus on learning how to operate a business efficiently, go to theschool.com/microgreens, and that is our paid business coaching group where Lorena and Bill are both members, and I hope they speak highly of it, but we do try to make sure we are helping them build a solid business. We have marketing, we have twice a week Q&A in general, we have a marketing meeting every week, lots of time spent on Zoom and working together on the businesses, so it's great.
Although I was lonely on Thursday.
Yeah, no one showed up for Thursday. Thursday noon, Mike was just kind of chilling, which by
45
noon, we were already done with our inspection.
Yeah.
So like he was like, cool, she's done at 11:45. They were out the door by noon. He hopped on for the Q&A and no one was there.
And
What
I'm
the
like,
heck?
Jess, if anybody gets on, you can get on too.
And I was like, I could actually get on,
Nope.
but no one was there. So we waited about
45
45 minutes and nobody was there yet. So we ended. Bummer. Just like Marie, I grow my own microgreens, but not to sell. It's for personal consumption. Good stuff.
Well, in that Growth Bites community, we can help you if you have any issues for your personal consumption as well.
Yes.
I
If
thought
you
about
have-
doing a course that's this for home growers, you know,
That'd be
self-grower,
fun. Yeah.
you know, and how you can grow microgreens for yourself and stuff. So if I do that course, that Growth Bites community, to be in the Growth Bites community, but I would have to probably start charging for the Growth Bites community or for that course, a very, very small amount, but just a little bit, because, you know, it does take effort to make stuff.
Teach them how to do it in a rotisserie chicken container. Hey.
I was saying a smaller scale, but not quite that small scale.
Everybody has a rotisserie chicken container. No?
If you don't, you can get one pretty easy.
Yeah. I
Virtually
don't
for
know.
free.
Anymore, they put them in stinking bags. That's
Yeah, they're putting
annoying.
bags now, yeah.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
What the big box stores are doing.
I now. The big box stores are doing that. But it is a beautiful day in the micro farm. It's actually not too bad outside the micro farm right now either.
Yeah.
Ahem, you have a few things ahead of that on your to-do list. Yes, there is a list and there is an order of things.
Yes.
So that definitely is quite a bit down the list.
It is. Just trying to see if anybody was interested in it.
If there is interest, it will add to the list.
But one of my coaches kind of recommended that.
Because he is also interested.
Because he's also interested in being, just himself side, personal side. So, yeah.
Kind of be more informative than just a testing channel.
By the way, that's a good thing to do, guys. If you're looking for a mentor or coach, ask them if they have any coaches or mentors. If the answer is no, do not get with them. Because everybody needs a mentor or a coach in their life, in their business, something. They should have somebody that they can go talk to. That's a coach, that's a mentor.
In that capacity.
Anybody that's doing any successful in business and life, in general, they have a coach. They have a mentor. Tony Robbins has a coach, a mentor.
Grant Cardone
Has a coach.
as a coach and a mentor. His coach is hilarious.
Yeah.
I grew black-eyed peas and got overran by flies.
Yeah.
Oh no! I am in Florida. Yeah.
Lorena's in Florida.
Lorena's in Florida. Is that a thing down that way? It is that time of year for like buffalo gnats here. Is it like maybe the smell? Does it like attract the flies? I know favas were terrible about that. If there were any gnats in the vicinity of a fava,
Yeah.
if there were ever any gnats, like they just love the smell of the fava beans. I don't know why. We had to really watch that one closely. It was definitely a crop we had to babysit. Made some good progress on my website. Thanks, Jess. Yay! Good stuff.
Bill?
Bill, yeah. He's doing some awesome stuff with it.
Yeah, I like his labels. I like the little swoosh kind of thing, not just a straight line.
Yeah.
I like that.
Coming along really, really nice. I'm excited. No flies here, Central Florida. No flies for you? Good for you. Yay, Bill Barnes. Yep, I've got Bills in Florida too. Is it itchy?
I can't have it there.
Oh, yep. Gotcha. You went on the side or right in the center? Moving the mics for Mike. Moving Mike. Are you indoor? Yeah, Bill throws indoors too.
Honestly, the best way to grow these, if you're going to, you can control the environment
Yeah.
for the most part. A lot better than you can with outdoor growing. It can be done, but you're going to have ups and downs, and growth cycles are going to be different.
There will be a lot more variables to factor in, and seasonals, and just a lot of more things that you have to factor in. It does take a little bit longer to perfect like a greenhouse grow versus indoor where you can just, turn on a heat or air conditioning source and get things adjusted quickly. This man is tossing salad. Ayo. I mean, it could be a salad. It could be thrown in stir fry. To the extreme version. Lots and lots and lots of tiny, tiny vegetables. That answers it. Thanks. Awesome. often like the smell of beans. I don't know what it is with the favas. Black eyed peas are probably very similar. They leave the speckled peas alone. We don't have a problem with speckled peas. Seams indoors is a must. I mean, it's just a lot easier. We'll say that. It can be done outdoors, but there is a greater learning curve. It's like when we had lettuce in the low tunnels, the poly low tunnels, it was a learning curve.
Yep, we're using 24-ounce containers for everything besides like restaurant, 4 and 8 ounces. Restaurant stuff is different, but yeah, everything else is 24-ounce containers.
Yep. We simplified our process. We were doing the 16 shallows, which are great, but at the speed in which we need to package, trying to tidy up little tiny packages and make sure everything fits in perfectly. One of the standards when you're looking at produce is you want to make sure there's no pinched produce on the sides of the container. That's one of the things that produce safety rule looks for. Any produce that sticks out the side. So when you're looking at a 16 shallow, having to make sure everything fits within the package and nothing sticks out, it can get challenging, especially at a pace that we have to use. So 24 ounce, quick, throw it in, seal it up, off you go. We used to be big advocates for this one at 16 shallows because at that time 16 ounces weren't really very commonly found in shallow containers. It was a pretty new concept. Now you can find them all over the place, a couple different brands. I think at 21 when we started selling commercially, I think there was only one company that did the shallow 16s.
And I'm still correct, these are actually cheaper than the 16s.
Yes, they are. 24 ounce are cheaper. By like, what, 20 bucks a case?
Yeah.
It's a pretty big significant difference.
Especially when you do like 20 cases a week going through.
Yeah.
It's $400 a week.
Yeah, that's the bulk price too. I don't know what it is, like price-wise difference, like at like an Amazon or if I paid retail for a lot of them. We source from Webstaurant for a lot of stuff. I found a source that will essentially match the price. It's not any cheaper than Webstaurant, but I can pick them up from them, which is like 2 minutes, not even that's what, 2 miles?
Yeah, 2 miles.
2 miles from one of our stops in St. Louis. So, you know.
It's like 8 minutes, not
2
2 minutes.
It's like 2 miles, 8 minutes. Sorry. I don't do the drive. I do the drive. But I don't have to deal with FedEx's problems with switching.
Hey, Key Punch, what is the containers you were just talking about? The 24-ounce containers. They're the deeper containers.
These ones are made by Dart. They're tamper resistant. They're 24 ounce. They have the same face size as a 16 ounce shallow. So finding a source that I could pick up from locally-ish definitely helps, so I don't have to deal with FedEx squishing my packages that they love to do.
Bowling with them.
Bowling with my packages. I swear, guys, I lose so many of them because FedEx has crushed the box, and then they get stuck together, and when you try to separate them, they break the seal. I think I've probably lost 4 or 5 packages today.
I lost 4 or 5 packages.
Oh. We've lost quite a few packages. Because of that. It was some.
Maybe in trade, you'll pick up the seeds, or you'll pick up the containers. Yeah, meet at the border.
There we go. I like this
Yeah.
plan. We'll meet at the border. I got the seeds. Do you got the packages? This doesn't sound shady at all, guys. Good times.
Mum seeds are a lot cheaper if you live in
Love
Canada.
it. Yeah. Yeah, their Canadian pricing is so much better. Even with the conversions, it's so much better. But they give y'all a discount for being Canadian. Just saying.
Still shipping thing
Yeah, it's
across the
shipping.
border. I understand.
It definitely is a pain for them to have to ship across the border.
It'd be more trouble than I think. Yeah, we both would be. The
Yeah.
packages wouldn't be so bad, but me taking the seeds back across would be probably in
Yeah,
trouble.
someone's gonna get in trouble for either bringing them or taking them. Or
You have to come across with the seeds, okay? That's the thing you gotta say.
yeah, I'm not crossing with those. Oh. It's funny. Good times, guys. Good times. Good job, my racks.
Why isn't that charging? Is that charging?
That's weird. Let's look. And check the plug. I'm gonna pull this part out. Flip it. Flip it in. Maybe. Dang.
It flashed, so.
Okay.
We'll
Maybe
see.
it's charging. We're gonna find out. I definitely moved it around a little bit. Sorry, guys. Don't want the phone to die in the
American
process,
gel.
guys.
I think the Canadians would probably put you first. They don't like that stuff coming
We are
across.
catch and release around here, apparently.
Yeah. You get across, you're probably good.
Right. The rules are pretty weird right now, guys. It's pretty weird.
Definitely probably don't want to get in our gel system, though, that's for sure.
No. Avoid that. Definitely avoid that. Do you need help pushing that? You good? He's got his music up so high he can't hear me.
Yeah, he needs help.
He says he's good. I'm gonna watch this carefully and see how this goes. Okay, he's got it. He didn't throw anything on the ground yet. I do need to put in a Mom's order, actually, though.
Yep, we are getting ready to order from Moons. And probably True Leaf and such
Yeah.
places.
We didn't really do an end of month seed inventory last
We were
month.
getting ready for the GAP certification, so.
I was busy writing everything else down. So much paperwork. And setting up checklists and making sure everything that I was doing anyway was on paper. Right?
Yep.
Where is your greens grown? We are in central Illinois. Right in the middle of the world of US. Corn and soybean country.
I was trying to wait for the microgreen salad mix, but there is paperwork lab holding up, I guess. Couldn't wait anymore. Really? Interesting.
Oh no. Yes, they have to have everything pathogen tested to sell it as a microgreen seed, especially if it's worthy of export. They have to make sure that it's all tested if they want to be able to export them. That's such a pain. Their salad mix is a little different than like True Leaf's. I know they have like radishes, I think, in theirs.
Best seller is peas, is our number one in volume, and in broccoli is number 2.
Yes.
You're slightly more trays of broccoli, just, the yield obviously is lower than peas, but in pure volume, peas. In tray count, broccoli.
Depends on how you math. If you know the ingredients of their salad mix, you might be able to recreate it. I know when they do their labels, they have to disclose what percentage of each seed there is in it, so.
It is much easier to buy there, so.
Much easier to buy it.
If it's for sale.
But
when it's for sale.
if it's something that you're trying to consistently keep in stock and they don't have it, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Make a custom seed lot and make sure you record it as a custom seed lot and the inputs that went in it. Other Canadian. Chris was asking what else the USDA wanted to see in seed leaf. Thorough.
Oh, for seed leaf
For
stuff?
seed leaf. He asked what other things the USDA wanted to see, so he could kind of help.
Has he seen that we
customize.
got certified?
Yeah, I was talking to him about it a little bit.
Chris is a good guy.
He is, so definitely
One of the OGs.
an OG grower.
Now does a lot of testing and programs and stuff.
The seed lab. He's got the Microgreen seed lab. Works with Modern Grower a lot, which is what, Diego?
Yep. Diego Footer.
Footer.
One of the other OGs.
Yeah. Working on
I'm
trials.
gonna call them the
and-
grandfathers.
I'm sure they would appreciate that. I don't think either one of them are much older than us, but we'll
Yes.
call them old.
Yeah, they're not. But I was gonna try to add one ingredient, was out of stock. I'm guessing they're on a wait for it. Yeah,
It might
that
be,
happens a lot with mums, to be honest with you.
Maybe it's the one ingredient that they can't make it, so they can't make the mix.
Yeah.
That might be it.
As big as the name as the mums has, they're still pretty small company.
They really are. Yeah. You gonna go inventory the warehouse or the
Cooler.
walk-in? Not too bad? Okay. Yeah, definitely wash up. It says it was like 83. I didn't know.
The sun's over. I know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's why you do the dumping in the afternoon.
It's a nice breeze. The good kind of a breeze. Not blow it in your face breeze.
Today is our longest day, not counting farmers market day.
Oof, that
That's a whole different thing, but just coming in, working in the warehouse, this is our longest day. Sunday's our longest day. Hopefully to make Monday a little shorter so we can get the finishing touches on things and get stuff packed and leave a little earlier than 10, 11 p.m. at night so we get up like at 5 a.m. My old body's needing, get 10 hours of sleep now, and I get 4. So
10 hours?
Yep.
I would think I was dead. I would think that rigor mortis would start sitting in if I tried to lay still for 10
I say
hours.
10 to hopefully get 6.
Okay. That's even, whew, that's rough. I can get it past about 4 hours and I feel like my body has stiffened to a board. It's like, oh, are we dead? Have we died? We stayed still way too long.
Crazy.
You also can sleep through things. It's amazing.
I'm pretty sure when I go to sleep, I die.
I think so. Ain't nobody home.
I go somewhere else. I don't know.
Transcendence. Yeah, no, because you never woke up for anything. It's
You remember that show
amazing.
where the guy would go to sleep and he'd go somewhere
another
else?
life?
Live another life, another life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm doing it. I just don't know it. He didn't know it. So, no.
Dun, dun, dun. And which one was real? Yes, you can have one. There's an extra one on the break table.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You want to set it over there? Thank you.
How did you guys start?
So we started growing personally. Step one. Enjoyed what we were doing. We started growing more in the winter time when we didn't have anything to do because
In
we
late
were-
2019, early 2020?
yeah. When I was deemed an essential, not
Not
essential, and was told I didn't need to go to work. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to garden more and more and more and farm at my home, and it turned into selling to family and friends, which turned into selling to more than family and friends, which turned into an official business in January of 21. Did you hit it? Okay.
Yep, and then we started taking it serious.
So January of 21 is when we officially started as a business.
Registered as a company.
Registered a company and did all that. Got the government involved.
And then we disinvited the government for more involvement.
Yeah. Just
Yay.
walked them right in my door, even unlocked it for them.
Yep, literally. We keep our doors locked because we don't allow guests or visitors, and we don't want weirdos walking in. So
Not from experience at all.
It's happened.
Actually, it has. Yeah.
so we keep it locked. So we actually had to let them in.
Oddly enough, she loved that. She's like, "You keep the door locked?" Yeah. I was like, "Oh no, am I in trouble for this?" She's like, "That's great."
Like, oh,
Keep-
okay.
Yeah, okay. Whew. It keeps pathogens and weirdos who haven't washed up out. So
Well, now we have to keep a list.
now I have to do a
visitors.
guest log.
So, like,
Oh,
if the
yes.
landlord comes by, he has to sign it.
Yes. If the landlord stops by, he must sign in if he walks past my break room. Anything on the farm. It is a policy that they preferred. So, policy it is. I haven't talked to him about it. I haven't talked.
He's
only-
been here 3 times since we've been
Yeah,
here.
he's only literally
And one
entered this
time was
building.
because the neighbor moved out.
Yeah, one
The other time was because the neighbor complained. The other time he just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stopped by,
After the
said
first
hi,
month or
talked
so.
about his grandkids, you know.
So like we probably will not see him maybe once a year, as long as we keep paying.
As long as I keep paying. I see him a little bit occasionally, like in town.
Yeah.
Just see him around town, say hi. But no, he stays busy for an old dude.
No,
No,
you're an employee.
an employee. You have watched the video on employee safety and sanitation
You have.
and agreed to stay clean and all that good stuff and signed your piece of paper saying that.
Yeah. When you
Yes.
come back in, you gotta wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Even though you're just labeling, you're touching the packages.
See?
I felt like it was health department for ag, is what I told them. call them.
Yeah, it's like essentially like a health inspection, like a health department would do for a restaurant, only it's agricultural, except she had never heard of quaternary sanitizer.
That was weird.
That was amazing, but I guess if you've never been in restaurants, quat is a weird concept. To us, it's, oh, you just use quat.
Yeah.
And then explaining it's quaternary sanitizing solution, which just means it's like 4 sanitizing chemicals balanced as one, so you can use just the one chemical and get 4.
Nerdy now again.
Oh no, down the rabbit hole!
Nerd.
Nerd alert. I know, I'm terrible, guys, I'm terrible. Got that nerd alert going.
Hey, we got 9 of you guys watching. If you could hit that thumbs up, that like, that'd really be nice.
Would be appreciated.
Helps to get out to more people. We can share our knowledge with more and more people. Or you could share the video as well.
Yeah.
That would also help.
Share it with a fellow farmer or a potential fellow farmer if your spouse is not involved, just saying. Sometimes they need a little convincing. It usually starts with, hey, let's get chickens.
Yeah, chickens came before this. Market Garden came before this.
Yep. Yeah, the chickens were first.
Pretty close. I mean,
It was all kind of like a snowball effect. Well, yeah, just for like, yeah, the one set just for mostly us. Yeah. And then, yeah, it was, okay, let's get 10 chickens.
No, we said 10 chickens, and then you had to get them in increments for us. You had to at least buy 12. And then we were deciding between multiple varieties, and somehow we forgot to take them out of the cart and ordered 18.
Yeah. And we hit order, and we're like, okay. And then they're like, your order is ready. You know, they're going to ship. And we're like, did we order 18 chickens?
Apparently.
Yes, apparently we did. So we ended up, instead of 10, we got 18. And then the next year we got another 12. And then, and then we had the 50 meat chickens. So definitely, it's a gateway. Thanks for subscribing, Stanley and Jorge.
And Nancy asked
a
our
question.
one of our newest members over on the coaching.
Newest member one of our newest members in Microgreens Business Coaching. What are the laws about growing microgreens and having pets in your home? Is it different by state? I believe that if there are pets at the home, you can't sell to restaurants, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually,
according to the USDA.
According to the USDA, as long as there are reasonable measures to keep animals outside of the growing harvesting area. So if you are able to put up a door, a wall, in some way keep the cat from licking the wheatgrass that you're growing, you'd be surprised how hard that is. We had to put up doors. So you have to keep them separated reasonably. That is all over that inspection report, the word reasonable. So it depends on what you consider reasonable. As long as you've taken reasonable measures to prevent these things, they say it's okay. And that's with a good agricultural practices inspection. If you fall under health department, that might be a different rule, a different requirement. Hopefully you just fall under ag, like most of us growers do. So definitely reach out to your USDA extension, your university extension, somebody on that side.
Think about a farm.
Oh yeah.
A farm that's selling lettuce and everything else. They got animals running around near all that stuff and everything else. So they reasonably are keeping them away from that. But reasonably. But you think sometimes that happens? 100%. Animals get out. So, but they're reasonable attempt to keep them away from it. So that's what you got to go with. So yes, you could do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the word reasonable all over that. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Reasonable. And if you can argue reasonable,
yes,
that's an easy argument, really.
It really is an easy argument, but it really is a way for you to explain your processes. And as long as you can explain the process of how you keep them out as well as you can, then you're fine.
Now, best practice, keep your animals away from people's food.
Yes.
But
fantastic news on the pets. I have doors. Perfect. See, look,
there you go.
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Chickens. Lorena, I got chickens first too. Gateway homestead animal.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, Nancy says, I do not let them in the rooms today, like what I'm hearing. I totally agree, was raised on a farm. Yeah, I mean, you have to think farm. So like with the inspection, it was like so much of it wasn't applicable to us because a lot of it's like our pig wallows located downhill from the field.
Obviously, we don't have pig wallows.
Obviously, I don't have any wallows. Things like that. So things that didn't pertain to microgreens. So the inspection was very, very quick compared to what it would be like on a full-scale farm.
We were told it'd be 8 hours.
Yeah.
And it was less than 3.
Less than 3. She was here for less than 3 hours. And she had a trainee, so she was walking him through and explaining the whole time.
Yeah. I was worried when there was a trainee coming with them because, you know, they usually, every detail they're going to go over. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was very much afraid of saying the wrong things, so she made him walk through the entire thing with me and read it out loud as he walked through it. And
when he was walking through out here and going through the inspections, they're walking through, he didn't say a word.
he was so quiet.
I'm like, he's
I
a
was
mute.
Like, oh no, he's so quiet. But he was afraid to give her the wrong answers more than anything, I think. So I think he's towards the end of her training. So he was trying to debate what things were in A, not applicable for us, versus a no. For farm. Actually, he said this was his 3rd micro farm he had been to.
Smallest one.
The
actually.
smallest one he had been to. He had done 2 large aquaponic farms, or 2 large hydroponic farms. Well, actually, he enjoyed ours a lot more. So he was like, they're like huge, and then you've got tripping hazards and these hazards and ladders that needed to be cleaned, and all of this stuff that has to be food contact surfaces that have to be cleaned, and all of this other, you know, stuff that they just have to deal with. So he liked us better, trust me. As long as you build a good relationship with them up front, they will typically work with you, not against you. Absolutely.
Same with health department.
Same with health department. We love our health department people. They're so cool. But we've known them for a long time and really built good relationships with who is now, I guess, the head of the health department.
Yeah, she just got a promotion.
She just got her promotion. So her predecessor, who used to eat in our restaurants all the time, he's officially retiring. So
He probably should have retired 8 years ago. But
yeah, I really thought he was just going to die there.
pretty sure he was going to die in the desk.
Yeah. But to keep her there, they gave her that spot.
I think it was a gentle time to retire.
It's time to let someone else do your job. But super awesome humans, love them. We are very fortunate to have a health department that is willing to work with, even like with cottage law. They're so careful to not discourage cottage people.
Yeah.
They just want to help them figure out how to do it right. So it's great to see that. They're really big on teaching.
And we sell our popcorn at a wholesale, so our popping popcorn
Mm-hmm.
at wholesale. So we have to have the health department and a wholesale person.
Yeah.
So we have 3 government agencies we invited in recently.
Yeah. The wholesale guy who is part of IDPH, but not part of the local health department, but part of the state. Yeah. And then the health department from the local side does their thing, and then ag department for our microgreens. It's been fun. It's been a long few weeks, guys. But totally worth it.
We're getting ready to pick up our second grocery store. That we already have our micros in both of these, but second grocery store for our popping popcorn.
Yes.
Because the one store seen it to the other store and like, why don't I have that?
Why don't I have that? Yes, they get jealous.
They do. The reason why it's once you get one grocery store, the rest are easy, especially if they're in the same town, because they're going to want what the other stores have. Because they shop each other.
You will find like people with little tiny notebooks or their phone out snapping pictures of all the price tags because they actually are shopping the other the competitors. So what they do is they go over to the other store, they look at all the prices and they see where they can beat them.
Yep. And then they put, we're lower than them. Their price is this.
10 cents a pound lower than this person. Yeah. So as soon as they see that your stuff is somewhere else and they're going, wait, we don't have that, they get jealous. Or like the one this week who spread us back into sliders, and I was like, do you want more variety? Well, I would think so, yeah. I mean, I was like, well, we sell like 14 varieties at this location. What? How do they have more than us?
Who's that? Huh?
Bloomington.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, they have more than us?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot more variety than you guys. Well, we're busier than them. Competitors within their own company.
With their own company, yeah.
Yeah. We're busier than them. I'm like, yeah, I know, but yeah, they give me all sorts of space. Uh-huh. Boys are home, the refrigerator door is open. Texting me. The thing about having a smart fridge, it lets me know when the kids leave the door open too long.
Always.
It messages me every time. They sit there in the door all the time. And it's like, there is a button on that door that you could click and it can show you what's in the fridge.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that button under that line. And they have it inside the
Can't see.
Well, don't block the camera with your junk food. Not you. Yeah, I know. It's not me. It wasn't me, I swear. Yeah. She'll throw a bag in from work, yeah, and just shove it in the fridge.
Well, she's not working there right now.
Nope, she's
Counselor.
she is a camp counselor for the summer. Oh yeah, they'll let her get whatever she wants. Mhm.
Well, she's been there longer than anybody else.
She's literally their oldest employee.
She started
Like,
there when they
oldest
started.
standing employee. Like, none of the managers were there. No other employee has been there since they opened. She's the only one left. She's the OG at 18, 19.
So it's like, I get it to every time she comes back with somebody new.
Well, they're like, what do you want to work? Like, she tells them what she's going to work.
Yeah, she gives them her availability, and that's what they work her.
So she doesn't put anything on there she doesn't want to work because they will schedule her.
But when she comes back, she'll like usually work for 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
Get money back, yeah.
$50 right there, one day, boom.
She got mad. Her GM had left around a few months ago, like the GM that she had liked, and she was trying to work overtime again because he was letting her work like 15 hours of overtime.
So during the summer, she was just
So
making money.
She was banking because he would let her work as many overtime hours as she wanted because he was leaving anyway. He didn't care. And so when the new guy came, he was like, no.
Well, the district came down and was like, no,
Yeah,
go
the
home.
district guy came and was
Came
like,
down
you
on
need
one
to
of her
go
shifts she
home.
was scheduled on, specifically to send her home.
Specifically came down to send her home because she was working way too much.
My daughter really likes to work, so.
Yes.
It's more or less the money part.
Well, yeah. She
What is
loves
your
her
thought
job.
on the small classroom teaching? Love it.
Love it.
First off, I've been selling grow kits at the farmer's market, but also would like to come to the tier of the market and do a class for growing small 5x5s.
That
Maybe
would be
20, yeah,
so
20,
cool.
25 people. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would
We
be fun.
almost had something set up to go into a classroom of high schoolers, seniors-ish,
Yeah.
and it didn't never materialize. But and then we had one with the leader thing, the
Oh, Sangamon CEO kids.
Sangamon CEO
yeah.
kids, which never worked out.
Just the
There's
timing.
times they always want on a Friday, and that's our big planting day, or a Monday, and it's like, guys, no.
Yeah.
Thursday. We have Thursday
Thursday.
available. Do you
The
have anything
only
for that?
day we can do this is on a Thursday, guys.
That's the only day I can move stuff around and do stuff. Otherwise, nobody
It's-
contact me any other days. Doctor's appointments, all that's got to be done on a Thursday. Whether they like it or not.
Yep. So if it worked out on schedule, I would love to do it. It's a great opportunity to teach people how to grow. We did an Earth Day
Yeah.
thing.
We did a
We
whole bunch of
didn't get to
5x5s.
teach. We got to grow the 5x5s, and then we gave them information on how they're grown and how to grow them, and they gave them out to kids. It was a lot of 5x5s.
Yeah, well, it was $1,500 worth of sales. I know that.
Yeah,
And at that time, that was our first year.
that was our first
We
year.
haven't gone through a whole full year. Well, just barely. We just went through because it was in 22. So we just
Yeah.
barely went through the first full year. But we still were very small, so
It
that
was
much was a lot for us.
a lot for us. We learned a lot. It was a very large order for what we were at the capacity of. And it was a really great experience because they used those 5x5s to teach kids like the instructions on how to grow microgreens for their own, and then they could keep the pot and grow their own. So
Yes, great.
it was
Get out and teach the community if you're willing to do that, Nancy. Awesome.
definitely 100%. Yeah, they're not happy. Lettuce.
Oh, our daughter, where she gets working a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think two of the four, maybe 3 of the 4 have it. Because Jordan works a lot. Oh no, he has to like it.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, his ADHD requires he has interest in what he's doing in order to stay with it. Yeah.
My one son, I'm not sure he likes to work at all.
He needs to find passion somewhere, and we haven't found where he's found passion.
I find passion in making money when I was that age. I mean, that's.
Yeah, that
I
one
think-
doesn't care.
I think. Well,
Well, he's gonna.
my
need
parents
to care.
weren't as nice as we are. If I was his age and being a bum, I wouldn't be living there.
Yeah.
But my dad's an old school Okie, and he was working when he was in 7th grade. He quit and started working because his dad died. So I mean, he didn't know
Different-
anything else.
Different world, and that's what he knew. Yeah.
He became the man of the house really fast. And that was back in the 50s. So not far out from it. Yeah, these people are still recovering, like especially Oklahoma. Oklahoma, and that area was still in the depression.
Yeah, that took a little longer to recover back then. Different world.
I can show you parts of Oklahoma that still looks like the depression.
Yeah.
No,
Lake shop.
they show. I would love to move to northern Texas, southern Oklahoma, that area.
Yeah.
Nobody will mess with you. If SHIT happens,
They just leave
They
you
ain't gonna
alone.
find you.
They ain't gonna find you.
it's too big. And then you got line sight of 300 yards, so they're not going to get close to you. Because it's flat.
Yeah.
People like Kansas, it's flat. Let's show you Oklahoma.
Yeah. There's some parts there.
Yeah, it starts getting hilly out there because it gets that Nevada area and stuff. New Mexico, Arkansas.
Kansas is so flat that just pops up tornadoes just for funsies.
Yeah, as you're driving down the interstate.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
You still remember that?
I remember the tree being right next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember there's suddenly a tree in the car next to me. Yeah.
I don't remember crying.
No one ever cried. You guys weren't crying.
No, we kind of kept calm.
You guys were thoroughly snacked up,
Mom was
distracted
going back
and
in the
snacked.
I was sleeping. I was napping. I was kind of sleeping, and then I kind of opened my eyes and there's a tree
Yeah.
in the window.
There's a tree through the back window of the truck that we were in because the
which was
tornado.
my dad's truck.
Yeah, that was fun
Dad's
explaining that one.
55-foot trailer that I was pulling. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to your mom about that.
My dad was a lot calmer than I thought he would be.
Yeah,
Just
he
because
handled.
of you. If it was me,
Well, yeah, he handled it quite well. I was kind of concerned. He definitely handled it a lot better than I thought he would. Hey, so Dad, we busted out the back window of your truck. Well, actually, a tornado did. It was a branch that went through the back window. And by the way, the trailer is fine. It's got a scratch, little dents, but it survived a tornado. Yeah, we're alive.
that was a fun vacation.
I don't remember anything else.
Your mom's first words, how were my babies? And
Well,
I
we
think
went
she
to-
was referring to you.
No. We went to Colorado, went up the Rocky Mountains.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jordan and Xavier tried to play like they jumped off the mountain.
Scared the bejesus out of mom.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Looked like they jumped off the cliff and disappeared.
Yeah.
Love my kids.
Went up the tram thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
they got you good.
They did because he knew what they were doing.
I could see what they were doing.
They probably saw like.
And they saw that there was like a little like ledge there. So they jumped down and ducked.
And backwards and ducked.
Like straight down. Like it looked like they just fell. And then they giggled as I squealed and ran over there thinking my kids have fallen down a frickin' mountain. Boys are hard. Those two shenanigans.
I got Jordan back at the Stone Mountain though.
That was so, oh,
You want to be on the front end, Jordan. It's going to be less
it's definitely not as scary on the front side of the tram.
as it goes straight down.
Oh, that poor kid. He was so terrified. He does not like heights
At all.
at all.
Good times.
Good times.
Hey, do you guys agree? You got to scare your kids a little bit. You got to have a little fun with them, right?
Remember the Denver
All fun.
Zoo? They did an exhibit on flash flooding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was the aquarium.
Was it the
Denver
aquarium?
aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did this whole exhibit on flash flooding. So like it was like it sounded like rain. It was a cute little exhibit, and there's like sprinkles, and the kids are all standing there. We're like, get closer, kids,
As we back away.
as we back away, because then it just splashes everywhere. They were so mad. It was hilarious.
I was cooling them off. It was a hot day.
It was a hot day. It was a really good way to cool down. Kind of smelled fishy though, because it was near the penguins.
Yeah, you know.
Kind of smelled fishy. Kids all smell like little fish. But they weren't hot anymore.
All right. Anybody want to talk about microgreens or indoor farming, or
Right?
you want us to keep rambling?
Random conversations with Jess and Mike.
We did start at a little after 8 this morning, so you know we're a full day in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, not just to discredit the one that's in here talking about it. You know, he works a lot too. He works nearly 40 hours every week, so can't see you. Yeah,
Oh.
that one.
That one. The master of the labels. Yeah, he's hitting full-time hours pretty quick here, especially post-school. 37.
Yeah, sitting near 40.
Yeah.
I kind of watch it, keep him out of getting just a couple hours overtime because then it just costs him more money in taxes. So
It's better to not
we'll
hit
send him
overtime
home
than...
if we need to. When he gets around 38 to 39.
Really, I just tell him to clock out and eat some dinner. Clock out and eat some dinner. Because most of our meals are here.
We do, it's becoming our home. We do have a washer and dryer here now. We have a full-size refrigerator here now. I do have a little cot to sleep on, take naps.
Power naps.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
not too much more. It's a house. I have not sat on that couch in like 10 days. Shoes off upstairs.
Shoes off, go upstairs, go to sleep. Yep. Wind down from there.
But I knew I was going to do this for 5 years. We're in our 4th year. So I'm going to work my, you know what, off for 5 years and build this to being something that I don't have to work a lot at. And turn it over to other people to work as I just manage it.
And we're hitting that precipice.
All we got to do is get a distributor
That's all.
or two or for. If this food bank thing was for sure going to continue happening for the next 2 years, as sure as it can be. I mean, they
Yeah.
plan on spending. They use the words as, "I plan on spending this much money with you over this time frame," because they can back out at any time. You know, whatever. If we're not providing them stuff, you know, obviously, good stuff. So, if I knew it was going to happen and they were going to plan on spending that money with us for the next 2 years, I would already hire 3 people. That I'm kind of hesitant to
Holding
do
off.
that because when we lose that, we do drop significantly. And we're still going to have the expense of the box truck and all that and everything. So I need to get a distributor so I can start hiring.
Finish off the paperwork of said distributor.
Yeah, we got one distributor who's been trying to get us for like 9 months.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We just have to finish the paperwork.
Now, the only thing that was finished is that, right?
Yeah. Well, I have to have a certificate number, so I have to wait
I
for
thought
them
she
to
gave
give
you a
me-
certificate number.
No,
Oh.
there's no number on it. It's
Oh, okay.
hey, we've definitely passed.
So you can
And I
connect the
can
other
start with the
distributor,
other one. I can connect with him,
the other ones.
other ones. And kind of connect with them and get started with the paperwork side on that because they were waiting for that to start. This one was almost done with paperwork. When
Didn't
it
say
said-
that they needed it, and then at
And
the
then
end,
like, oh, do you have a copy of that? And I was like, of what?
I was like, oh, they're not going to require it. Cool.
and then
Well,
and then they hired another company. Because it's not the physical distributor who requires it, it's the third party company that they hired to manage their food safety as per FDA guidelines.
yeah.
Layers. There's 3 companies that I have to deal with to set up this account
Yeah, it's crazy.
with one company.
We're halfway there. Oh. No, nobody? Nobody joined in?
Hmm?
Said nobody gonna join in?
No one's whoa-woing. Whoa.
You can only do like 2 seconds of that before I get
Yeah.
copyright strike or something.
Right? Start singing along.
We're halfway, singing halfway there. On this variety.
On this variety.
Need 15. Huh? Oh, in total we're halfway there, over halfway there.
Yeah.
I go by variety. It makes me feel better when we get done. You know, stages. You know, you do steps.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Have you seen any comments over there? Or
No,
just making sure. Okay.
it's freakishly quiet. Everybody's just kind of watching.
Yeah.
Hmm? Oh. Getting in the hours. Speaking of those hours thing, his time.
We. Well, you're going to be done.
You'll be done.
Regardless.
You'll be done.
Yeah, that's the plan is to get broccoli done at least.
Brassica broccoli done for the afternoon.
And then tomorrow is it's mixes, cutting everything for mixes, me making the
And
mixes, and then restaurants.
Cabbage.
I was getting there.
Yep. almost forgot cabbage last week. We're like, oh yeah, there's like a whole
Whole thing. over
whole
there.
like set, 6 racks.
A whole
just-
another 400 packages we need to do.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah. 400 more, that's all.
Will you have your tags right tomorrow?
My tags.
No.
They'll be here Tuesday. No bueno. I'm gonna have to see what I can figure out.
Does Office Depot sell them?
That's what I was thinking.
They sell the guns, don't they?
You know, I think they do. I can check the.
So they probably should have them. It's kind of difficult. By gun, I was meaning tag, YouTube. Tag, gun.
Pew pew.
That thing there. Not an actual boom boom. Don't copyright strike me. Don't strike me for saying bad things or anything.
These are like 500 right?
You had 3. Hang on. You had 3 rows. 2 more.
So you can do 1,000 more.
We should be able to get today's done.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they're like 250.
Maybe. Not sure. I thought they were 500, but
I think they're supposed to be. Yeah.
well, you also do a lot of packaging. We've done 1,000 packages already today,
Today.
so maybe it's 250.
Oh, that's 250. I have severely underestimated how many are in there. There's some in Mr. Yellow and probably in Mr. Red. We can hijack.
Mr. Red. Used to be the best one. Yeah. Nancy, what tables are you using, and do you print your what labels? I read that as tables until I read the second line, and it did not make sense. So, labels. Yeah, we print our own Avery labels. We still print our own. The printer we got goes pretty fast. It can print, 80 pages of labels within like 10 minutes. You say?
Yeah. Somewhere around there.
10 to 15 minutes. So it's not too bad. And the cost of just having to buy labels to each individual set, you need to buy like, thousands at a time, which, wouldn't be bad at this point, but it's just a lot of money sitting there.
Yeah.
So, it hurts your cash flow. And then when we started out, like if we wanted to change something, as we have changed the label many times, we would have been out them labels. So it would have really hindered our cash flow there.
Yeah.
Or we would have had to use all them labels up before we made a change, and then you're just stuck with it. And, yeah. So I highly recommend, definitely in the beginning, print your own, get a decent label, get decent labels, use the name brands, and then get a good printer.
Yeah.
We have all our recommendations and stuff in there too. You can see that in the resource list in the group there. Yeah, they're waterproof labels.
Yes. Waterproof labels, and that's why we use a laser printer also. Using a label printer or laser printer allows them to be waterproof. If you use inkjet, you can still use inkjet on these labels, but they'll be water resistant, not waterproof, because the ink itself is water-based. So they will smear if rubbed. They don't like drip off or anything like that if they get moist, if any condensation gets them in a fridge, but they will smear if somebody touches them when they're wet.
Rubs their finger across it.
rub their finger across it, things like that, if you're using an inkjet. So for longer term, we decided to opt for buying or upgrading to a laser printer for that. I will say the inkjet worked amazingly for a very long time. That little dude worked his butt off. But once you get past printing like 100 pages of labels, it takes forever.
We print almost 100 pages of labels per variety right now.
I know.
80, 90. Yeah.
Right, I have inkjet currently. Yeah, I mean, inkjet works for farmers markets, even small scale grocery.
It works great for the beginning.
For the beginning. You don't
yeah.
have to like sink money into a new printer.
We did not.
Typically, we did not. I mean, we had the inkjet. We actually had an EcoTank inkjet, which really made it super cheap to print because we would just fill the tanks. But that was something we had already, and it worked really well for this purpose, for high volume printing.
But once we got to a certain amount of labels, it took forever. It was just, you know, I was spending a whole day printing labels. And we weren't even at this volume yet. It was just, we were busting at the seams at the house, but busy. And it was taking a whole day just to print labels. Huh? Yeah, just printing labels all day.
He just sit in his office printing labels. Like, where did he go? Still printing labels. Yeah, that time factor was huge. I mean, it's worked beautifully for, you know, even a few pages at a time. Or
it gets to a level, though, that you have to upgrade, but you don't have to yet.
No. I'm a big fan of make do with what you got, work with what you have, and
Don't spend money if you don't need to.
Exactly.
We will not lead you down the path to spend a whole bunch of money, that's for sure.
No. That's where I'm at. HP printer, only a couple years old, not ready to invest there. Yeah, exactly. There's no need to do it yet. There's no pressure to do it. You know, you can make that little inkjet work until he can't work no more.
Until you get frustrated how long it's taking.
Yeah.
And then you get frustrated for that time frame for like a month, and then you're like, okay, we're done.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this. Bite the bullet. And at that point, you've made enough microgreens to justify it.
We run on a debt-free business, so we don't spend money unless we have to. You know, a lot of growers take out a loan to move into a warehouse space. I don't get it. You should be ready for that already.
And that's just more dangerous, I feel.
Now you got a lease, plus you have a loan. Like, you got so many more people you have to pay. Like, now you got pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure. It definitely changes the feel of the business. I enjoy my work, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
I think we should move pizza nights to Sunday nights.
That is hilarious because when I went to hit Office Depot's app, I hit the wrong app. LMNOP.
Because I have to get up early on Tuesday. Like, have to.
Yeah,
heartburn's
and we're
next.
heartburn. Yeah, that definitely triggers.
I can deal with it over Sunday night.
Yeah.
I'm old.
You're crazy.
Oh man, this is a crazy question on water. I have well water that obtained from the outside of my home because it bypasses water softener. I'm investing some money to have an inside 3-compartment sink. Okay. What would you consider also getting reverse osmosis or anything crazy like that? Not a reverse osmosis.
So that's not necessary. You just need to have your water tested annually. As long as you are irrigating from the bottom, you're not top watering everything, You can say that it is not high risk and water from the bottom, and just annual testing to check for 0 contaminants of E. coli. That's all they're looking for.
You want to put a filter on it?
A filter, sure. But really, if you go reverse osmosis, it strips everything from the water.
Yep.
Everything, including
The good stuff.
the good stuff, your nutrients and minerals and stuff like that that the plants really like. So if you go RO, then you might need to like
Add nutrients.
consider adding nutrients because you've taken everything from the water. So it's great to skip the water softener because that's going to be too salty for your micros. But an RO system can overdo it, and then you're looking at supplementing on top of that.
I can't do that.
Also, unsoftened water inside the home. Yeah. The water softener can be a problem when you're trying to grow. You definitely just have it tested annually, make sure there's no presence of pathogens, and then you can be safe and all good with the ag department and all the requirements. But really, it's just not necessary to do an RO system unless you find out that you need it, you know, and then you have to test on the other side of the RO to see that it's done its job and removed anything. Yeah, dealing with hard water and water softeners and all that, it's a challenge for sure. But I'll say your well water is probably about 1 billion times better tasting than my municipal water. When in their water quality report, they're like, hey, we've contracted a new company to deal with the smell. Should have seen their faces when they said, where does your water come from? And I was like, well, it's a municipal water. They're like, okay, where do they get the water? I was like, the lake. They're like, oh, it's lake water. That explains why the hotel smelled. We're like, ew, it's lake water. Like, where do y'all get your water, okay?
For real.
Bougie East Coasters.
You don't have no lakes? What?
Apparently they don't got lakes there. Well, most of them come from river, which means it's moving water. Ours just sits.
That's moose.
It's like, how old is the lake? I'm like, well, it's a man-made lake. She's like, oh.
It's like 50, maybe 50 years. When 55 was being built, so it's probably about 50 years old.
It's about 50 years old. She didn't like the sound of that either. Like, well, you know, that's what I got, guys.
All right, see you, Lorena.
Have a good one, Lorena. I'll get it tested and make sure I can understand it. Is water testing performed by an outside source? So you would need to, usually like your county extension, like a university of whatever, those land-based universities. So Illinois, we have Illinois State, or well, University of Illinois does testing, their extension office. So you would find someone, you probably just contact your local USDA people and they could tell you where to look for somebody to do that. They have you sample the water and send it in. I don't know how much they charge. Having it done once a year is required if you're on well water, I think, with USDA.
That's all the boxes, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're mathing over there.
Oh yeah, we should be fine.
We should be good, yeah.
Should be fine.
It's fine, we're fine. So the water has to be tested, I think, outside source. So you could probably get kits and stuff like that on your end.
And see what it is. But
and see what it is, but for
wouldn't count
official
for
counts on their end, it has to be like an official water test. which if you're unwell, you might already have a contact within your city, but definitely have it done somewhere reputable. I think it's just the county extension for, or the university extension for us.
Yep.
I think it says when it's University of said state extension off the office, those are the land-based colleges. I'll contact our OSU extension. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They would be able to point you in the right direction for that and tell you if there are any other regulations for you guys, if you have to do it more often or anything like that. But ours was primarily focused on zero presence of E. coli. Which oddly enough was not explicitly stated on our report. And I had to email them because they said, well, we didn't put it on the report because it wasn't found. So it was zero, so we didn't put it on the report at all. We only put things on the report that we found. I'm like, okay, but you should probably specify that that specifically would be zero then, because that's what they're looking for. And you know that that's what they're looking for. So they're supposed to draft me a letter on file, this city,
Oh, really?
to keep on file for the USDA so that they know.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. That was at the end. Like, oh, you were waiting for people to show up to the Zoom. That was my follow-ups at the end. A list of all the microgreens we grow, or currently grow. And then water testing clarification. Because she said, it should be okay, and I don't think my supervisor will question it, but
Let's just make sure they don't.
let's not give her a reason to question things. So,
Let's not give her a reason not to send you your certification.
exactly. So. And if you give them every bit of documentation that they could possibly question, they're happy.
Government.
Government.
Who called her there?
Xavier. I guess I'll call him back. Make sure his car got home. Kids with car troubles. Be right back, guys.
He's not a kid. He's 21 years old. Anybody got any kids that are old? They're still living at home. Will never leave. That's what we got. Think we're gonna sell the house with them in it. So you're buying this house. They come with two young adult children. Okay, last question. For the paid membership, when is the next available meeting date time? That will be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It should be, if you go in that group, you got the community tab that you already posted in. Great job. Introduce
Yay.
yourself. Then the next one, you have classrooms. So you can find all the classrooms that are available to you in there. So you'll see that. And then go to calendar, and that's a calendar of all of our events that are for the paid members in that paid one. That's in that one for what you have available for all your paid memberships. That's the only thing you'll find in that calendar. Remember the 3 most important tabs:
Yep.
community, classroom, calendar.
The 3 C's of school.
We all average.
The 3 C's, that's funny. We're all average. It's fine. He just wanted to call and let me know that his car got home safely.
Oh, okay.
And to bring home his tools because he can't find a screwdriver.
I'm an empty nester, so I do this all on my own. Got you.
Our
We're
nest is
not
very
empty
full.
nesters. It's very full. And for 3.5 years, we did it all on our own together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just recently hired this one the past, I guess it's been 10 months really.
Yeah,
Walked
he's
part
been
time and built up a little bit over
Kind
time.
of helping, and then it turned into helping more, and then it was unreasonable other job because he was trying to, go to school still. He was in school still.
Yeah.
So yeah. The oldest one helped a little bit here and there at the beginning, back in the summertime when we didn't want to really wash trays outside
Yeah.
because we didn't have a 3-compartment sink yet. We were like,
We didn't even have it
hosing
set up
them
in the
off.
garage yet.
yeah, we were literally just washing them outside.
We had a sink out there, but
We had a sink out there, but it was hot. So we paid that one to do that.
and then the second kid had to have a job to be able to pass high school because that's the only way you're going to get enough credits. So he was the tray washer outside in the middle of the summer when it was hot,
Yes.
so he could pass school.
So he could pass his school because he needed work credits. We just needed him to get done, okay? He just needed to get done. But I did make him work for it. So he learned the hard parts.
Great, thanks for all the info today. Yep, thank you, Nancy,
Okay.
and welcome to the group.
Says it was my house.
Yeah. It was definitely a lot less trays then.
Yeah,
It was just a lot hotter because he was literally outside with the chickens.
I don't think I would have done that at that point.
he had to do it. He
He-
would have
he had
graduated high
to.
school.
If he wanted to graduate on time-ish in general, he needed to have work release. And in order to have work release, he had to work. I was not going to let him not work. I could have, but I'm not gonna.
No, he needed to learn.
He knows better. Needed to learn that there's work involved in making a business.
You drop us over there again?
Nope, didn't fall. It didn't fall.
I didn't go back and watch that video yet where you dropped it. Forever lives on the internet.
Forever lives on the internet. That's what I do now. Outside washing. Yep. We started out washing in our kitchen sink, but whew,
He snitched.
when the audience starts snitching on you for dropping things. Talk more on Tuesday. Thanks again. Absolutely. We'll see you Tuesday.
Next week we will do 30% less than what we're doing right now. And then we'll be doing 30% less than that in the following week. So, just to let you know, that's also ours.
No. I'm saving up 3, so we should be. We're not at 3 mil.
Hopefully they get back to us and they get their grant money again, and
We
the
get it all
distributors
sorted
get
out
going. And
pretty quick. That's the plan.
that's why we try to get this gap stuff done so we can start working on getting that distributors. I don't know what the order, but we're also going to get a hold of many other distributors because that is the route we're going. I want to be 75% distributing and not across this one distributor.
No,
That's a
not all
dangerous
eggs in one basket, definitely. That is a very dangerous game to play.
See, I didn't realize the one, I don't want to say on here, the red one, that they required the gap because they never said anything.
He never
until
asked
recently.
that until I ran into him at the one restaurant. And I was like, oh, well, about that, I'm working on that. And it might be a new development as they have grown substantially.
Exponentially grown. Like,
They have gotten
huge.
huge compared to what they were.
So that's exciting too.
Yes. I have a golf ball in my shoulder blade. Bright side, it's not my cutting arm.
It's not where you're supposed to throw your golf balls.
No. It definitely is not a desirable location.
You're gonna need a water stuff soon.
I was just thinking about that
kale
before I
is
pull.
Really,
The kale's very upset. I've got a couple of brassicas that are being
So why are
done
you
tomorrow.
filled bin?
Oh, yeah.
Quit making.
Quit making. I made my case.
Okay. Water everything besides broccoli.
Yeah. I'm holding back 10 brassicas, right? Is the plan?
Oh, did you pull them all?
They're over there still.
Oh, there. Yeah, 10.
I have 12 over there. I need to pull 2 more
Yeah.
over this way. I just didn't have room to pull them
Okay.
with.
Yeah, 10.
So 10. Okay.
10 should be plenty. Probably only really need 8, but
But just for good measure, yeah.
Assuming that's where you wanted it. Assuming that's where you wanted them.
Ooh, that was a lovely noise. Do you want me to pack? Do you want me to gather broccoli and water?
Yes, that.
Yes, that?
You want to put that in here?
Yes. You can just give me that tub. Load that here.
Need the water, then gather.
Yes. All right, I'm going to turn off my mic for a bit so you don't have to listen to water.
Pan needs to be higher. It's getting blocked now, all the soil. Thanks for the sub, Hero Lazy 86. Yeah, thank you for the sub. You. Why? Don't you have a registration?
Oh, it's not my car.
You should definitely have that.
I think it's in.
The insurance you can show on your phone, but the registration,
I think it's in where the title is like in that.
yeah, you need your registration.
I
That
never
should
put it.
stayed in the car.
I never put it in the car.
You get stopped. You have no proof that that's your car.
That's not good.
No. Then you have to deal with them potentially impounding your car, and then going up proving it's your car. Then you got to pay all the impound fees and, for no reason. What? Yeah, you should definitely get that. What was that? Oh, the fan. Yeah. Took me a moment to realize what it was. Like somebody just ran into the building, what it sounded like. I was like, not soil, not trace. She's there. Okay. Oh, it'll tore up. It just came apart. Just probably need to just give him a little tape on there. He'd probably be all right once you put him together. Yeah, he's just starting to come apart a little bit. Myself and I, how are you? Do all those ship those orders out or sell them at the farmer's market? We sell at the farmer's market. These are going to a distributor slash food bank is right now. That's what they're going to. So they go in cases because they order 85 cases of 30 each. So they order a lot, so they get it all put in boxes, and that's what that goes to them. They're not getting shipped out. We actually deliver it to the location, and then they distribute it out to the other food bank areas as they got. So not shipped technically, but we're delivering them in cases. Same thing for the distributors we will do once we get all them lined up. They will be in these cases as well. They'll have to order by the 30. Same way. Great. Yep, you're welcome. Yeah, but we just did farmers markets yesterday, 2 of them. We still do them, still enjoy them. Nice thing about them, we'll load them up on pallets. We pull up, they unload it, and we drive away. And then they send us a check in a couple weeks. It's beautiful. I'm looking to start a business like that here in Middle Tennessee. Awesome. Hey, make sure right now we do have a free group school, which is pinned here. You can join that and the pinned comment. That community is completely free to help you get started. We do have a paid community that is only $47 right now. It's going to go to $97 probably after today. I'm going to raise it up. I might do a special for the podcast on Thursday, offer only on that, but normally $97. So right now it's $47, $50 off. Already had 2 people signed up, which was our quota that we wanted to get because we had 5. We already had 3, so we only had 2 more spots. But I haven't changed it yet, so it's still at $47. And that one you get bi-week, you get 2 calls a week, Zoom calls for 2 hours. There's a marketing classroom in there, all kinds of resources, great community of people, a full course, a restaurant course, all kinds of stuff. But at least join that free group if you're just getting started, and we can help you out in that community. Community is completely free, no charge. How long do you let your microgreens last typically, and do you wash them? We do not wash them because that is processing, and we do not want to be a processing facility. That is getting too many other government agencies involved, and it's a totally different regulations and everything you got to do. So these are not processed at all in any form. And how long do they last? 3-4 weeks. We harvest completely dry. These are completely dry. Let them set out for a few minutes and acclimate from being cut like we do, and then put them away in a cooler at 38 to 42 degrees. We've got them over 4 weeks before, but I recommend everybody, I tell them 2 weeks. That way you're safe. If you're going to a grocery store and somebody picks it up at 2 weeks, they're still going to have a week to use it, and be no problem. Is that 1 year or monthly? For 1 year or monthly it's monthly cost, yes. $47 is monthly. We do have a lifetime one. It's $697. You pay that lifetime and you get everything we do in the future in that school group. But yeah, it's if you want the lifetime one, join the Growth Bites group with the link down there. Send me a message when you get approved to join. Have you ask questions, and then I'll get you set. If not, you can go straight to school.com/microgreens instead of Growth Bites. Go to Microgreens, and that will get you right in. Once you pay, you're in. $47 is all you'll pay every month until you decide you don't want to. Hopefully, that's never. You'll no matter what the price is, if it goes to $1,000, you'll pay $47. Unfortunately, with school, I can only charge one price, so I can't put a lifetime one on there along with the monthly. So that's only down draw, which I think they're going to fix, but we'll see. So I have to do that one on a Stripe payment link. And that's okay because that's easy to manage because it's a one-time payment. Thanks for the sub, Christina Rivers. Appreciate it. What does that include? Is it a jump start on the business? Is that a jump start on the business? Yeah, it's a jump start on the business. I mean, we go in pretty detailed to what you need to do. We got a full course. We can hold your hand as much as you need. Then you get 4 hours worth of Zooms calls every week. So it definitely can help you do whatever you need to do, whatever level you're at. We got a lot of great people in there that are winning and getting their business really going. Just had Lorena in there, just got a big, big win. Bill and Cindy got a big win very recently. So yeah, people are winning and learning and growing their business. And most of our students are brand new, just started this business and really kicking it off. So yeah, we help you jumpstart your business. We get you there faster than we got. Because we got all the mistakes, not all the mistakes, all the mistakes we learned, we can teach you to avoid. As we learn more, we'll let you know. There will be more. There's always more. And there might be a new one you come up with that we can help you through. Hello from Greece. Hello. How are you? Getting late over in Greece. It's got to be probably, I'm going to say 1 in the morning. It's got to be the future over there. You're into Monday already, right? 2 in the morning on Monday. So that's at least 1 o'clock, yeah. In the future. We're talking to the future. Thanks for tuning in. Huh? I'm probably going to be 14, not 15. I don't think I'll make quite 15. Thanks for sharing your experience. So many useful information. Yeah, you're welcome. We'd love to share and help. We'd love to have somebody from Greece in our Growth Bites community if you wanted to join that free community. We're trying to get somebody from every country in the world, every state in America. And then we'll work on every province or whatever in other countries and all that stuff. But at least one from every country would be nice. We don't have any Greece yet. And then our paid community, there's a reason why we do a Q&A on Thursdays at noon Central Time. So back that up 6 hours, that'd be 10 p.m., 8 p.m., 8 p.m. your time, right? Yeah, 8 p.m. your time. So you'd still be able to join if you ever got in the paid group, you'd be able to join a Zoom. That's not in the middle of the night or in the morning. I'm interested in joining your community. Awesome. Yeah, we'd love to have you. We're building quite the community of microgreens and indoor vertical farming people over there. So right now, still got that $47 going for our paid group, where we can do all them Zooms and all the courses and all that stuff. So, and that's probably ending tonight. I already got the amount that we wanted to get in there for that. We lowered it and did a special for only 5 people. We've had 5 people join. So 5 more people. We have, like 35, 40 people in there now. So it is going to go up. Back up to 97. And then I'll run a special that's not as good as this one on our podcast relaunch on Thursday. $35. 34. Yeah. If anybody joins the Growth Bites community, I do have to approve you. Since it is a free community, we make sure that you're a legit person and not a spammer. We try anyway as best we can, and only let people in there that we think are going to be active in the community and stuff. So we're going to get ready to purge it of some people that have not done anything in there, even introduced themselves or anything like that. So we want it to be a community of active people. That's the only way community grows. If the community is not active, you're not acting in the community, then why are you in the community? And active doesn't mean you have to be posting all the time, but liking things, commenting on things, at least introduce yourself. Yeah, I was gonna clean them out, but I guess you can do that. I thought I'd be done faster than this.
Alright, you're just gabbing away. It's over here.
Just over here gabbing. How many brassicas were we supposed to have as individuals?
That's one question that I have an answer to, but I have since forgotten. So
Okay.
let me check that.
No, you're making full cases. I'm just gonna see how many were short. They're a more important thing to finish off. And some of this is just markets, so
Should be 26. 12.
got 12.
And I might have.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, kind of got to be.
You might have another one.
I picked it up and felt it. Do you want,
Snacks for guy.
I mean, a bin or something like
Bin, something.
all the extras? So our brassica blend is done. We're gonna get going on broccoli. Clean up in between. Gonna sanitize the table. Knives don't belong in there. That is not weed, it is microgreens. We do not do that. We do not grow it, we do not do it.
Grow healthy food. Please grow healthy food. Really. Have 118 broccolis gone.
Well, we work on the case first, right? How many are we supposed to have cased? 11? That's all? Seems low. It just seems low for what we're doing on everything else. You get your mic back on yet? You gonna turn your mic back on? Hey, I got a question. What was the last one you said you don't wash your microgreens? how do you protect yourself a lawsuit if something gets contaminated? Well, it's not a ready-to-eat product. We say wash before eating on all our packages.
Every package says wash before eating, keep refrigerated, may contain seed hulls, cover your assets.
So that is our label. So wash before eating. Then it says keep refrigerated, may contain seed hull, and then our website.
So covering ourselves with that.
And that is
We are not a ready-to-eat
USDA
food.
recommends by their
Mhm.
label laws.
In the event of a recall, we would have to recall. We do Julian date and we do track every product. That is also required. Tracking one step forward, one step backward.
Got to have your traceability in line.
Traceability is everything. Got to know where it came from and where it's going. Weird. Glue.
Mm-hmm.
Can't use that one.
Get it again.
Are you over there throwing things again, Chad? Goodness.
Awesome. Yep. Way to protect yourself is the label. Label is the law.
The label is the law. You'll hear that a million times when you talk to a government.
When you wash your microgreens, if you do that, one, it's processing, so now you're getting health department involved. Two, the shelf life goes dramatically down
Yes.
because you really should only be washing these products right before you're going to eat them. I watched a guy video 6 years ago that totally changed the way he was doing microgreen because he had a whole wash station, pack station, like you would do for lettuce and all that, set up and everything else. And then he found out what the rules were on it. So he got rid of it all and stopped doing that
Yep.
because you open yourself up to so much more.
If you are considered ready to eat, you have a lot more product liability. You are open to a lot more regulation, a lot more rules, inspections. Processing facilities are a whole other thing. And once you start washing, according to our local, state-ish, whatever you want to, whoever's in charge of that piece, it's local and state for us.
Yep.
Whoever's in charge of all that, they say it's processing. So we don't do that.
Okay, do you keep the refrigerator before you deliver them? Yep. There is a walk-in
Oh, if they can see the walk-in there.
right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Is our walk-in where he's boxing them all up and putting them in there. And then all the individual ones are going to farmers markets, home deliveries, grocery stores that don't get cases, go on a shelf in there, and then we pack them up, put them in the refrigerated box truck and deliver them there. So refrigerated there, go to the refrigerated box truck, and then it gets delivered. Before we had a box truck, it was coolers with ice packs, which
Lots
is
of
fine
ice
as well.
packs. Lots of ice packs.
We also started out, there's a reach-in, two-door reach-in refrigerator back there that we started with, that we use as a backup in case anything happens to the main one, which the government loves as well.
Yeah, they do love a good backup refrigerator.
Huh?
They do love a good backup refrigerator.
Farmer Cheryl, how are you?
Hey,
Can you explain the advantages of growing microgreens in soil to grow them hydroponically? I recently was told that hydroponic microgreens are unhealthy since they use synthetic nutrients. Jessica.
So that's kind of tricky. So they're not necessarily unhealthy, but there are. You have to pH balance your water. So then your powder's been pH balanced, it's chemically altered. Then you need to add nutrients depending on what nutrition you add. Are you just using an ocean solution, or are you using full synthetic nutrients? It kind of depends on how they're grown. There's so many variables, especially in the world of hydroponic growing, where it's very, very difficult to say what's healthy and what's not. Whereas what we're doing, we use a grow medium. We use a cocoa-based potting mix, but you can use a peat-based potting mix. We, at that point, don't need to add nutrients because they're getting everything they need. Most of the nutrition comes from the seed anyway, but giving them that extra boost with a good grow medium makes a big difference. So it's not necessarily all hydroponic microgreens are unhealthy. That's kind of a careless blank statement. But hydroponic microgreens could be unhealthy depending on the processes in which they use and how they're grown. The most natural way to grow them is going to be in a soil, giving the roots something to hold on to, giving the seeds some nutrition, and supporting them that whole way. That's just how we prefer. We don't have to pH balance water. We don't have to add anything to them. It's as simple as seed, soil, light, water, and keeping it simple and healthy. So it's a careless statement to say that all hydroponic microgreens are unhealthy, because there are so many factors that we just can't know. That's why we don't give nutrition information on labels. As microgreen growers, there's no universal nutrition content. So like if you grow lettuce, the FDA has a universal, health information on them. They say there's this many calories, there's this much fiber, there's this much vitamin. It's pretty much universal because almost all of them are going to be grown in a similar manner. There's so many factors and variables when it comes to microgreens. They do not have that. It's just not a thing because there's so many different ways to grow them. I hope that makes sense. Personal preference is going to be definitely
Grow medium.
grow medium.
That's what they naturally want.
Plants like to have roots. Unbricked peas and arugula.
Yes.
Yes.
And put them on the shelf.
Arugula will need to go somewhere.
Can you move the arugula that's over there? No, because you just watered it.
It can come off once I'm done with this rack. So he can start with the peas, and by the time I'm done with this rack,
Well, you
I'll
can
move the
unbreak the
arugula.
arugula a bit.
Yeah,
Start with peas.
unbrick the arugula.
Start putting
and
peas on the shelf.
Start putting peas on the shelves. Yeah. That. And maybe I'll remember to dome it this week.
See, Mom got her own gloves.
Yeah. Fancy. They're almost pink. Not a fan of that part, but they looked more red in the store, and then when I got them under this light, they almost look like cute pink gloves. You're good. And my phone just died. Whale.
You gonna steal the charger?
Huh?
Steal the charger.
Well, your phone might die.
Then we get off.
True. Yeah. It's the heavy bricks on this side.
Mom likes to put all the heavy bricks there.
Well, it's easier to put them away on this side. But yeah, the peas can handle it. Me, not as much.
You all sell those or grow those on a flat? You all sell those or grow those on flat trays? Well, we do sell them all.
We grow them.
And we grow them on the flat
flats.
trays.
I
We
just
sell them in
harvest them all.
packages.
We grow them in flats, harvest them, package them, and sell them in containers. We do not sell live trays.
We have grow lights. We have the Barina T8 and T5 lights. We use the T5 for basil, 2 of them. Everything else gets a T8 light. And we hand water everything. Still.
I'm on the other side of the table harvesting, putting them into the container, handing them over to Mike so he can package them. And then if I get containers full and he's still working, I will harvest and pack as well. But he's pretty darn fast, so. As he throws things.
Yeah, they're throwing themselves.
They're throwing themselves. They do that. You got enough room? Okay. The master of the labels is currently bringing peas out of germination onto the lights.
I'll do all top level mica. You probably won't need to use the bottom shelves, so make sure all is top down.
Yeah. And then only use as low as you need to go.
Well, you only have 24 spots, 6, 8. Yeah, the whole bottom shelf shouldn't need to be used on all of them.
Should be able to not use that electricity.
Yep. The bottom, well, there's 18 spots you won't use. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So you'll use like 6 spots on the bottom.
Not too bad.
Or you can put them 6 on the shelf over there. Whatever way you want to do it. If you're, whatever he does, he needs to put it down there so you can disconnect lights kind of thing. Is there a benefit to hand watering or automatic
Cilantro.
watering in terms of cleanliness?
Oh, big dumb pea can
Well,
go
there's
away.
some benefits to automatic watering. There's
He's
benefits
last
to
week.
hand watering. Hand water, you get to touch every tray. You get to know what it's going, what
he's
it
a monster.
needs every day, whether it
Move those
needs
down.
more or less or whatever. So that's the big benefit of it. You get to touch the trays. The down draw of it is you have to touch every tray. When you
to
use
hold this
600, it
side.
takes
And bottom.
a while to do.
Bottom, and then no bottom
Um,
on that side.
But
Nothing on that side.
that's the benefit.
No piece.
The benefit of automatic watering is that you don't have to touch the
Side
trays.
because
It's going to automatic water everything every day. You can dial that in.
Yeah.
The down draw
slide those
of
that
automatic
way.
watering, though, is you need to clean
To the
that
other side.
system
It'll just use this whole
up.
Yeah.
Like at least
That works.
probably monthly, if probably not weekly. You need to go through and clean that system out and clean that water out and that stuff and dirt and everything that's going to be built up in that. So that whole system needs to be cleaned every day, every week.
So there's still labor.
So there's still labor in that aspect of it and everything else. So it's not as easy as pull stuff off the shelf, put stuff back on the shelf. So you need to have a time frame of somebody to be able to go in and wipe down them trays, maybe look at the pipes, see if they need cleaned and everything else. So it's not as of a flowing of a system as this. But the down draw is, hour and a half, 2 hours of watering
Every day.
every day. Benefit there is you don't have to do it every day. You just have to clean it out once a week.
So, benefits for both. I like still hand watering just because I can still see exactly what each tray needs. There are days where I don't water some of the trays because they don't need it and they feel heavy, and if I were to water them as I would normally, it could kill them or stunt their growth. So knowing what the plant needs, touching each tray each day makes a big difference in the care of the plants. I don't know of any automatic system that knows how to check that, unless it's very expensive.
You've been so much jealous, I might sign up for your program. We'd love to have you over there.
Thank you, we'd love to have you. We're open books.
Never going to find a better price.
Yeah. For what you're getting, for sure. We do not depend on the income of a coaching program. The coaching is compensation for our time, but we make our money in our microgreens. This is what we do as a primary. The coaching isn't like, oh, I gotta make money on coaching because I'm not making enough on microgreens. So fluffy.
You want to go to the paid group right away. It's the school, skool.com/microgreens. We the OG microgreens on school.
Yeah. When we started our school group, we were the only ones on microgreens on school.
Yeah. And then others followed.
And then others followed. Yes, they do. As they do.
And that is $47 right now. It will be going up tonight. When we get done harvesting, we got our allotted people that we were looking for, 5. We got that sign up today. So I just haven't had a chance to change it. So
If you're in before I change it.
you'll get in.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. And also with automatic watering, you got more SOPs to write for the ag department for your gap, what you're doing, and checklists. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
adds more paperwork.
More paperwork. It's my favorite.
Jess loves paperwork.
Jess loves paperwork.
Never thought you'd get into farming to do paperwork.
Right? Thought I could get out of the paperwork when I do farming, but traceability is a very heavy duty thing and a major piece of good agricultural practices, and all of the standard operating procedures and checklists all of that is a thing. I still am an OG, you know, write it on paper. I don't have time to hop on a program to do the checklists quite yet. I don't step away from the actual work of it first.
This week was 597 trays
Yes.
that we're harvesting.
Over the next 2 days. Today and tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep.
Over today and tomorrow.
Today's going to be a majority of the harvesting part. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of the mixing. Not mixing, but layering.
Layering products. And restaurants.
In restaurants, yeah. But a lot of the majority of the bulk of that harvesting is done today. And then tomorrow is Mix It Monday. Right?
Just to show you that, you know, I'm going to take you guys on a little trip real quick.
Going on a
This
trip.
So, that's that rack.
Don't mind me.
With this rack, he's just taking off right now and putting over there our peas. So he's putting that up, but that was full. This is the next shelf, full. This one got a little less. We're doing a little less there. That one's a little less. These are all germinating. They're coming out today or tomorrow. These are all germinating. Anything else? So we've harvested a lot, but we still got all that shelf there. Basils are down there and everything else. So, you know, we've harvested all that stuff and everything today, but that is what we do on a weekly basis. So, yeah, it is awesome. We love it. We will have a downturn when the food banks are done for a couple weeks while they get their new grant money. And then we should kick it back in. And then we'll get distributors as well that we're working on. So we'll get all that, and we'll be hopefully expanding and doing even more.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to change my gloves.
Field trip, so time to change your gloves because that is in the SOPs.
But I wanted to show you guys what we actually are doing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Love it. Love being able to provide that much food to people. And I love the fact that a lot of it's going to the food banks. We are getting paid for it, but we're giving them a discount, a wholesale discount. So, but love that it is, and it's getting into people's hands that normally wouldn't get this nutritious food. So, thanks for the sub, Scott PPG. Appreciate it. No fluff here. I won't put you just in front of 2 racks and make it look like it's much bigger than it is. Anything like that. I show you reality. We don't lie. We don't fluff anything. And
I just show you what it is.
I'll show you the reality, the real life.
Did we print broccoli labels?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not get to that.
Looking for
500.
about 500.
Just playing for 500.
We'll round up to 500. It's probably
Do like
most
90
accurate.
pages. 80. That's only 480. So yeah.
Yeah.
Probably be all right with 80.
Should be good.
Wow. Yeah. I'm pulling out of markets for distributors at the moment. Nice.
Nice.
Thanks for the food bank update. Want to know how that client was doing? Yeah, they love it. They love it. They're very happy with our products. The second in command, right?
Yeah.
At the food bank a couple weeks ago came out. Made it a point to come talk to us and everything when we were delivering because he knows the time, because we have a set time to be there. So he knows that time we're going to be there. So he came out, wanted to talk to us and stuff and everything else. And
Thank us for
go ahead.
Thank us for working with them. Went over. They've apparently gotten some really good feedback on their end as well. We've gotten phone calls from people who've gotten food from the food banks, thanking us for providing the food to the food banks. And then he's apparently gotten some feedback from like agencies as well that have really loved what they're getting. They've invited us to actually speak at their board meeting about
At the end of the month.
At the end of the month, yeah. So super exciting program. Really, really great folks to work with. They are distributing to, what, 13 plus counties?
Yep.
So they are like the distribution of it. So they are bringing it in and then distributing it out. So we treat it like a traditional distributor. So
Well, and they love what we do, that we treat it like that, and we deliver on a every week basis. Because they'll get, like, some farmers are like, hey, we're going to spend this amount of money, and they'll deliver it within 2 weeks, and they're done.
yeah,
And, you know, that doesn't provide food for the food banks for every week, you know?
yeah.
So we're giving it to them every week, and they're getting that stuff and everything else. So they're very, very happy with that.
Yeah, the consistency is great. They're not getting a whole bunch of product dumped on them all at once to get that budget spent, and then what do they do for the rest of the time frame, you know? Some of these other local growers are really not that small, and they just kind of utilize the program in a way that wasn't ideal. It is meant to really help support smaller farmers who otherwise might struggle to find outlets to sell.
Yep. I mean, it really put our business in a projective to, you know, we got to be able to expand our business and add more shelves and more racks, more lights, more a food truck, box truck with refrigerated. Like, we got to add all that stuff because of the food banks. It's going to help propel our business even further.
Yeah.
So that's what we used it for. We still living. We're doing all this. We're still living on the same amount of money. It's not like we started paying ourselves a whole bunch of money or anything like that. We're still living on the same amount of money, putting every bit back into the business and buying stuff for the business that's going to help us in the future.
Yeah. So are you not able to do the markets still because of the distributor, like the time or manpower? Or is it just like a personal preference, you're just shifting your focus? I'm curious on that.
Excellent question.
Excellent question.
My phone did go off that it's going to die, so.
Uh-oh. I have...
For some reason, it's not staying, it's only staying charged. It's not charging.
It's maintaining, not charging. That's weird.
Yeah.
Here. I got almost 30%, so if I can get this in here, you can tell me if it blinks.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
All right. It's back charging.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Thanks for the sub, Makala.
Malik.
Malik.
Abdul Malik. Malik Abdul Malik.
You can start seeing them radishes are pushing. Like tomorrow,
Yeah.
they're going to be really pushing.
Tomorrow they'll be throwing things almost.
The kale's are already starting.
Oh, that's good to see, because
Yeah.
the kale was taking a 4-day. It took 4 days last week.
Well, it's going to be on 4 days if we don't get it out today. We might need to get it out today.
I might. They did really good on that 4th day.
We did.
Yeah, so we might just let them chill till tomorrow.
We found kale mostly likes to have a 4-day germination.
This
So,
lot number especially, this
Yep.
new lot, you'll find that as you get different lot numbers in, sometimes they behave a little different. You got to kind of make some adjustments.
you gotta pay attention what the plants are doing. 'Cause the plants will do what the plants want to do. It's not
Whether you
always
like it or
100%
not.
the same.
Whether you like it or not, they're going to do what they want to do. I get some root in there.
A little bit.
My bad.
That's all right. I can see them.
Good for you.
There's another short on this channel as well that showed you what a cooler looks like at $15,000 a product in it.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
you can check that out when we get up here, or if you can do it now, you want, whatever. You're free.
Yeah, that was right after we got done packing up for, what, 2 weeks ago? Last week? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Three
I don't
weeks.
know.
I don't know. It was a few weeks ago.
It's been a few weeks.
We'll say a few weeks. It all runs together, so.
Valid. That is a valid point. It all just kind of runs together. But it was a good kind of sneak peek at what we do behind the scenes. We do try to show kind of what we're doing as we continue to grow and change and rearrange. Always. As soon as I think I got something set, I'm gonna move it. Something will change.
More orders, hopefully, is what
More
changes.
orders. Yes.
And we really haven't been pushing yet because we're waiting for the GAP certification. So now's the time to push
Yes.
and go get that business. There's a 4,000 square foot warehouse location right next to us on the other side of this wall that the place went out and they left. So hopefully it stays empty until I need it, which hopefully soon. And then I can just put a doorway through this wall and move right on over there too.
We'll just scoot some stuff over that way. And it'll all be good.
Honestly, I want to start growing some more stuff indoors. Strawberries can grow indoors.
Tomatoes, peppers.
Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers.
Cukes do good indoors, yeah.
Yeah.
We could have all sorts of fun. A little more space.
I'm gonna go away from the lettuce, I think.
Lettuce is just not profitable. There's too many field growers that sell it for cheap.
Yeah. Although people love our lettuce, they beg it for it at the farmer's market, but I'm gonna have to break their heart and tell them they only have a few weeks left of it.
And we'll probably end that project for right now. Maybe revisit it in the future, but in our current market and capacity, it is not ideal. I was wrong. They did not recover very well. This lot number 6.
Yeah.
I'm looking like under 8. That was 3 trays.
And this new broccoli lot number is not yielding as great as the last ones did. We were getting 12 ounces out of the ones before.
Yeah.
Now we're getting barely 8, if 8.
If 8. And I mean, they look okay overall, but the germination rate is definitely not as good. You can see some ungerminated
What does it say
seeds.
on the label? Do you
That's
remember?
a good thought. I don't know what it
You
says.
keep cutting.
I'll keep cutting. It's on your side, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, what do they claim the germination rate is? We do keep the lot numbers and the tags. so-
92.
92? That's a lie.
Well, that's usually 98 on
Usually
broccoli.
like 98 for broccoli, but still, even 92 is... Looking at these trays after I've harvested them, you can see so many seeds that have not germinated.
Thanks for the sub, Doug. Oh,
Thanks for subbing, guys. We appreciate it. Love being able to share with more and more people. Teach more people how to grow. Grow a business if they want to, or just grow in general. You were getting so hungry.
oh yeah.
Oh, comment. Farmer Cheryl tried to get some pineberry bare root plants, but the grower lost their plants during a family crisis. Oh no! Have you tried growing pine berries in addition to strawberries indoors? I have not, but I hear they do quite well. Those are the white ones.
Oh,
Those ones are so cool.
that'd be kind of cool to do. Yeah.
They would definitely be something different to work with. Yeah, if you can get the roots to do cuttings with that, and it's a much more efficient way to do them than trying to do from seed. That's such a bummer. Yeah. But strawberries work, I know. Pine berries could be a really fun project
Something different than what other people
for a
have.
specialty crop. Something people don't get every day.
What happens, question, to USDA if we add products? Do we have to tell them? Do they have to come re-inspect? Like,
I did not ask that question, and I probably should have asked that question, as we are always changing things.
Yep.
I think as long as it's got a SOP written within it, and we're still following,
can we just update the lists?
update the list. Yeah, I just need to update our list of microgreens grown or products grown. The current scope covers microgreens, but as we expand, as long as we follow the rules of good agricultural practices, I see no reason why we would need to update them each time, other than to have records on file that we've updated our processes. Because really what they're looking for is records.
Records, yeah.
Paperwork.
They're looking for paperwork.
They love paperwork. That trainee's eyeballs looked like they were just going to fall out of his head. He was so tired of staring at that laptop.
That's funny.
He did not want to pull up his manual because it's on the laptop.
And she's like, you got your manual?
She's like, you would know this answer if you had your manual. And he was like, do I have to pull that up? She's like, that would be a yes. He's like, oh, my eyes are tired. She's like, I always have my manual pulled up, and I've been doing this for a long time. So he pulls it up regrettably, like he's just like so bummed that he has to do it. She's like, you know, they have printers. They pay for the copies. Like, you could print this
Yeah.
if you're tired of looking at your laptop.
We need to change our yield on seed leaf then.
Yeah, this is the second week of this broccoli. And I'm thinking we will need to update seed leaves yields. For sure. It also smells more broccoli-y. Does that make sense?
Huh?
Does it smells more broccoli-y?
Yeah.
Cruciferous?
It's more cruciferous.
Huh?
More cruciferous.
Cruciferous.
And he's back.
And he's back. Boom. Guess who's back?
He's got his book of labels.
Back again. Book of labels. Yeah, the book of labels.
The book of broccoli labels.
That one thermal sealing company,
Mm-hmm.
they have a label machine that prints and tags, but it's only black and white.
Oh,
Like, dang. Really?
that wouldn't work.
I think it's thermal, like it's a thermal
Yeah.
printer. So no ink, so it's just black and white.
Can't do that.
It's designed for like meal prep companies. So they don't need it to be fancy. You're just picking up food from them. So I get the design, but like, that would be nice. It's got like a roll that automatically
Yeah, it's
sticks it
thermal
on.
though.
And
It's just heat that they use,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have any ink really.
yeah. I was like, ooh, a label thing? And I was like, oh, it's just black and white. I don't want that.
What is that radish number? Oh, it looked like it was a 1 and then another number, and I was trying to figure it out. Because it's not.
They just didn't connect.
Zero's not completed.
Incomplete
U.
0.
1U.
Yeah, just one.
1 unit.
One.
Upside down C. Turn C.
Sideways C's.
Reminds me, I need to get my podcast logo done.
That's right. That's funny. That reminds me. All right. Stick her away, good sir. We will probably not make our goal amount, but we will try.
Need to know how many's for farmer's market, because that's the first thing I'll take off. Sorry about it.
Yup.
What are we doing with him?
What are we doing with him? He can get dumped. I don't think my chickens will eat him, so
Does he taste bad now?
he tastes good. Oh, a little stringy. Afraid I'd wait to dump him towards the end for the one guy that picks up. He'd probably have a blast with that, his chickens. They're not bougie like my girls.
Yeah. Just let it grow.
Just let it grow. And his hens will probably appreciate
disappointed.
it. He was
He
disappointed.
seemed disappointed.
Oh, I did not see that he had sent another message. I had told him, that was okay that the wheat got away from him, you know. And I just figured he wasn't going to be there because he said he wasn't going to be there. They were going to be gone for the weekend. And I did not see that he had sent another message.
Need to put a sign up about farmer. You got chickens?
Got chickens.
Would you like to have some microgreen scraps for them?
I got the hookup. So many people ask for eggs.
No.
Breaking Chad's heart every week still.
Chad. Oh.
He's like, if you ever do eggs again, I do actually really miss those and the kind of with the microgreens at the delivery. Yeah. No.
No time for that.
The hours in the day get away too fast. Who? Oh, yeah, Chad. Yeah, broke his heart last week. This week he's kind of accepted the fate that there are no eggs.
That fan is not doing a dang thing, by the way.
Huh?
The way that it's sitting in there.
It's pointing up now. Oh, I had it kind of not pointed up, but it seems like it just wants to do what it wants to do, so my strategy is not working.
Mounting.
Pose
Oh.
or...
I flashed for a second. It disconnected. But I'm back.
Okay, weird. Oh yeah, you just kind of jumped.
I'm still here.
Still here. I didn't leave. I promise, guys. Still got 6 people watching. Quietly. Is anybody else harvesting right now? Anybody planting today? This might be a good day to plant for a lot of growers. I wonder if YouTube's as creepy as like TikTok whenever it comes to like accents. I remember Scott talking about making fun of accents, like
Yeah,
he was like talking.
and then you start getting them people in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started talking with the Australian accent, and a bunch of Aussies start getting on his TikTok. Yeah.
It started
I think it
recognizing that and
started-
started shooting it to them.
Yeah.
You start talking about, you know, boxing, then they start shooting out
Pushing
the
it
people in
towards-
boxing. If you start talking about it enough, like he did a whole test on it, just yeah.
Yeah. He was testing like all of those kind of things, and he's like, yeah, it's creepy. But what they do is it essentially like listens. Huh? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Robots are learning. I mean, it's voice recognition and understanding the origin of that accent. Huh? Psychology, and people are going to assimilate and really want to talk to and watch people who are similar. Yeah,
That's why I like to try to say we're talking about microgreens here, indoor vertical farming. You know,
you
'cause
verbalize
that's who we want.
what we're doing. Our goal is to get microgreens growers. We're trying
I
to
don't
get
want
indoor
any
vertical
weed.
farmers. We're not growing those kind of plants. What we do here is completely legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We did have a really great conversation with a legal grower earlier. He
Yeah.
was all into he was into the growing side of it more so than
The doing.
Yeah. the doing side. But the actual processes and understanding how to really care for the plants and
and eat their products also don't do well with the growing world.
yeah.
You know, the millionaires that own the places around here aren't doing it.
No, if you look at who owns these establishments, they are not the partakers of the product at all. They like the money part of it, and so their focus on quality and making sure things are safe and of high quality, that's not their concern at all. They're looking at the green numbers. Yeah,
Different green.
different green. We look at this green all day long on the micro scale. The microgreens.
How many do we need to hold back?
Oh shoot, I was gonna look that up.
Yep.
And then I answered a question instead and then I forgot. What? Let's do some math. Mike's battery is at 9%.
All right, as my phone is dying, guys, we're gonna jump off of here before it does die. It's kind of glitching already, so we're gonna jump off here. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Make sure you join our school group, the Growth Bites. At least it's pinned here, school.school.com/Growth Bites. That is a free community. At the minimum, join that. If not, join our Microgreens business coaching side, which is school.school.com/Microgreens. And that is $47 as of right now. It will change tonight. So up to 97. So get in now. We'll see you guys all later. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye guys.